In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
Hello, everyone. How are you today? We have got situation after situation with this documentary going on. This documentary has just opened up all all kinds of can of bag of worms. All right, this is not sweet enough. I didn't get my card anyway. Tracy's gonna have me end up watching this. Charm. I have to watch it, but Netflix won't let me on right now because for some reason I canceled it, but I don't remember canceling it. But maybe one of my cards expired, and I was like, "Fuck it," because I never watched Netflix. Now I'm trying to get it back, and they're like, "Wait, bitch, wait. We have enough customers, so you can wait." So they're not letting me back on, and they're not saying like you can't get back on. They're just like, "Use this code." Oh, the account's not working right now for you. Charm, you have to watch it. I would think. All right, let me get my tastes so good. Let me get my and put some music on, and let's put Janice's face back on. You know what? I'm gonna put up my face and tell me if you could tell the difference. And this is Janice. All right, how do I do this? Oh, remove. Okay. Hello, Moto. All right, I am drinking today lemon juice with, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Kanye pepper. Just really shakes up your blood. How is everyone doing? Let me say hello, Moto. Oh, see? No, I said let me put up a picture. So I put up Janice's picture, and then I was like, let me put up my picture and see if you guys can tell the difference. Hi, Noel. Oh my God, I'm watching the first. I watched it for. Oh, what did you think, Noel? Give us a blow by blow. No, no pun intended. A lot of blowing going on in this industry, P Diddy industry. Um, Tracy, the face is kill. What face? Is it the picture? Netflix has a customer service number. You got to call. I know. I didn't want to call. I know. I saw it. Hi, Steven. Hi, Stacy Lane. Hi, L. Williams. All right. Ooh, child. All right. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. All right. Let's look at some videos and then we'll all talk. Yes, the picture. Oh, is it this one? You meant this one? I'm the realest fake mom. Oh, from the documentary. Noel says, my jaw dropped several times. Charm, please, we have got to get on it. My jaw dropped several times. His backstory is seriously crazy, and you realize how conniving he was. You know, there's a couple of things going on here, and I don't know if 50 Cent understands why he's taking the revenge that he's taking, or maybe he does, or is it energy? I watched a documentary of all the people that 50 Cent tried to help. They all died, including 69XXX. I have a new theory on the people that died around 50 Cent. I think they all were unalive because of Diddy. I believe that. I don't know if 50 Cent realized that. This man, Diddy, has so many bodies on him. He's a monster. I tell you, there's so many bodies. So many bodies. This man is a monster. All right, y'all. Let's I got videos, but they're kind of random. I really don't know what they're all about to say, but some of it is good and some of it I just picked to be picking. But let's start here.
This man was talking about that his mother could take her palms and bend over and put them down on the floor.
I'll be on his case too. He's never too grown to hear my voice. I'm so very proud of him.
According to an interview with Gene Deal, he could no longer work. He would see Diddy beating his mother when something happened. Some people even asked Diddy to talk about his mother. Diddy used the description of sexual relations to describe his mother, which was really disturbing. It's unbelievable. Who would kiss his 80-year-old mother? According to all the dirty information Diddy revealed, this is definitely the most shocking. Gene Deal also said that you can't see these, because in front of the public, you will only shoot what you want to see, including on YouTube. He lamented that it is really incredible. No one has thought about it, right?
We thought about it. We all thought about it. We've been thought about it. Excuse me.
Last week we were kikiing a little bit about Janice Combs and her hard wigs. And how if she was aware of everything her son was doing and all she got out of it was a $2 million property and terrible wigs, then she needs to squeal on him. But I've just watched the full video of the clip where P. Diddy is like kissing his mom on the lips, and it told me everything I need to know. Lock her up. Lock her up.
My mom's gorgeous. Hold on, let me introduce you to my mom. Call Mom Dukes. Hi. She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating.
Already, my red flags are going off. You're on an IV drip with your mom. You're on an IV drip with your mom. Like the IV drips that Cassie talked about in her lawsuit that you guys had to go under for days after freak offs. Okay.
What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm with you. I love you.
I love you too. Freshly dipped though.
Another red flag. Do we remember in Cassie's lawsuit, we talked about how Diddy made her always have like her toes and her nails white because that's what he found most attractive. So your mama has the nails that you find most attractive. You're kissing her on the mouth and doing IV drips with her. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, my mom's is single. Mom's is single. I ain't gonna hate on my mom's. She's single. Me and my mom talked about one time doing a dating show with her. She's so picky. She's so picky, they don't stand. But yeah, that'd be the funniest show in the world. It will be. Especially with me. I don't even want to get started if she was doing that. We're not doing that. Yeah, my mom's single. Yeah, for real. Mom do know how to have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. Outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to the strip club. I don't care. For real. It's my dog. You know, I want to live life. We out here moving and grooving. So my mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby. That's right. Keep moving. Don't stop. She could touch the floor with her palms. You know? Flat. Oh!
What are we talking about?
I don't
What are we
know.
talking about? What do you mean?
What?
She can put her palms on the floor and you take her to the strip club? Mortifying, flabbergasting. This woman knows. This woman knew, and I'll know all that she knew, and to hold all these secrets for P. Diddy, and to only get hard wigs and a $2 million property out of it. Janice, I don't know how to tell you this. You got the short end of the stick. I imagine that there is a witness seat in a courtroom that has your name on it.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's so unaware, Noel says. He's so unaware how weird this is. He has no clue. Nigga, you are weird. You are weird. Oh my God. Like, I just want to scream from the top of my lungs, weirdo.
So, hey, family, what's going on tonight? December the 6th. And I know you thought I forgot that I'm supposed to meet you here every day this month. Let's talk about it tonight. I want to talk about P. Diddy. I'm going to talk about his mother, Janice Combs. And I asked a question, and I want you to come on here in the chat and engage with me on tonight, because I asked a question some time ago. Was Janice Combs P. Diddy's real mother, or is she, what everybody is saying, his auntie? I would really want to think that she is his aunt and not his mother. But even if she is his aunt,
It's
I
still
still
weird.
got a serious problem.
Still
I'm
weird.
sure many of you have seen the video of him and his mother kissing lip to lip. And I don't want to say that that's a major problem for me, but if you watch the video, it wasn't necessarily the kiss, but it was the way she looked at him and the way she told him that she loved him. If you know her background, you'll know that she was a school teacher, but at night she was an escort. And it is said that she brought home men, Johns, if you will, men that she didn't know, and got paid for what she did. Now I'll let you read between the lines. And it is said that P. Diddy saw a lot of things at a young age that he should not have seen. And so when I really think about him and think about his life and try to think from his perspective, I would say that the life that he lived was from what he knew about his father and his mother. He just flipped it to the evil side, if you will. Because everything that he did and everything that he had, we want to think that it was good. But his upbringing had a lot of influence on him. You do know the history of his father. I spoke about it in one of my videos. That his father was a gangster, if you will, in the 70s in Harlem. And that's how his father was unalived. So there are really, I would say, not many stories that P. Diddy did not know about his father. And he took what he knew. He took what he saw. He took what and how he lived and created for himself this empire. And so it goes all the way back to family incest and molestation. You've heard it said that hurt people hurt people. And so when I think about R. Kelly and I think about P. Diddy, there's a very similar situation that caused these men to go in the direction that they did. And the end is pretty bad. So I want you all to come on and engage with me. Come on in the comments. Talk back to me. Talk to me about why people use an alias to conceal their identity. And do you think that all the names that P. Diddy had or that he utilized, do you think that they were in some way an alias? Because when we really look at not just his names and the usage of what I would call these alias, but even down to the name of his record company. I spoke about that in one of my videos as well. So come on in the comments, talk to me. What do you think? Do you think that Janice Combs is his real mother? Do you think that she's his auntie? And do you think that they had some kind of sensual relationship? Because when you look at them in that video, and mind you, you do know that in this video, I'm speaking about the one where him and his mother was sitting down being intravenously fed. And you know how they said that after the freak-offs, he would have these intravenous feedings for the people that were there. So you can imagine the energy that each one of them was exerting at that time. And so if his mother was there and she was also a part of that, you can pretty much imagine what kind of person she was. All right. So come on and engage with me. Tell me what your thoughts are. And I think I want to leave you with this. In one of my videos, I also told you that money talks and bullshit walks. And so when people have money, they can almost do whatever they want to do because they can purchase and buy what they want. So it's just interesting that in this season, all these people are falling from their place of glory. And I believe it's because you cannot continue to do wrong and think that you're going to get away with it. So I want to encourage you all, come on and share. Because as you know, we are in a new season on TikTok. And this is a season where teamwork will make the dream work. All right. God bless you and have a great day.
Can we get a part two of Janice Combs? Absolutely. What we're going to do is get in deep down into the mindset of Janice Combs. Everything I'm about to say is my opinion. There's no way on earth that a woman like this would come into this mindset and this lifestyle if it's not something that was already programmed in her mindset. You understand? It's very difficult to find anything about this woman's life online before she met Melvin Combs, who is Sean and Keisha Combs' dad.
Boom.
Very difficult. But because I come from a foundation of hoes, promiscuity, prostitution, escorts, madams, because I know that is a part of my history, I can understand the mindset on a very low level, because the shit that they got going on, my family has never been involved in. But the mindset of this woman, the kind of things that she did and said in front of her son when he was a child, that kind of shit happened to me and my cousins. Just the verbiage, not the ancestral shit, but just talking about sexual things, doing sexual things in front of children. You are programming their mindset immediately. Immediately. And in my mind, when Diddy was a child, he walked in on some shit. And that is the day that his mother decided to bring him into that lifestyle in that world. I believe as a woman who had a hustler for a husband who was unalived based off of him being a snitch or not. No, nobody knows if it was true. They said the Gambino family did it. Then I heard that one of the people who carried his casket was the one who took him out. Dealing with that and moving your kids to Mount Vernon to start a new life, I believe that her way of hustling was to be an escort. I believe that because she had a hustler mentality too, she found a way to make that money in her house and was having freak-offs, probably charging people money, and had a whole way to do it. I think the white fingernail polish and all that shit started then. And I believe that Diddy walked in on it. I believe he walked in on one of the sessions, and I believe that she showed him everything. Everything. And I believe that she made him her man as a youngster. What's interesting about this is nobody really says anything about Keisha, about the daughter. You can't tell me that a mother like this with this fucked up ass mindset, Keisha got a story. I don't, what I'm about to say, I hope I'm wrong. But you can't tell me that mama wasn't out here pimping her daughter. If Diddy is like this, if I had to guess, Keisha ass ran away from home when she was a teenager. Because you can't tell me the mama ain't like this and wasn't grooming her daughter to be like this, and the son is like this. The sad part about this is there is women like this everywhere. There are women who are grooming their children every single day, sleeping with their sons, treating their sons as if their son is their man. Men like this have a problem with keeping a relationship, keeping a woman, because they have been groomed and mind has been formed to believe that their mother is their bitch. You cannot convince me that the sister, Keisha, doesn't have a story and a testimony. I could not wrap my mind around me being a straight A student, okay, an above average student. I got good grades. I was an honor student. Graduated and went straight to the strip club and had scholarships and all kind of shit. Academic scholarships, not sports scholarships. And I went to the strip club and my family supported it. My aunts would come in there with they niggas, with their boyfriends or whoever they was dealing with to see me dance naked. And I didn't see an issue with it. They didn't see an issue with it. But other girls that I danced with would be like, That's your mom? That's your aunt? That's your, like, they come in here to see you dance? Like, I was like, yeah. Like, it was normal to me. This shit is normal to Diddy. That's why he's distraught, because he like, nigga, what did I do wrong? He been doing this shit his entire life. And because he is Diddy, because he's rich, because he thought he had power, God is showing him now who got the real power. His mother had him take it to another level. More drugs, bigger parties, more bitches. Let's bring in the males, the male models. Record it so you can blackmail people. She is the devil. She taught him everything he knows, and then he took everything she taught him and doubled down on that shit. Doubled down on it because he's a man. So he bought fear and intimidation tactics into it. And I'm sure she taught him that too. She probably was able to use, she probably still can plant some fear. She knows how to manipulate him. She can't control him by hitting him and smacking him around. But she know what to do. She knows what to do. She entices him with sex. This is Diddy's real woman. He be giving his mama oral. I'm sure she gives it to him. I'm sure she probably has watched him fuck multiple of his women. They probably done sat and watched videos of these freak-offs. His mother, you can't tell me when him and his mama was catching a drip, which is both of them are getting hydrated from a freak-off with her white fingernails, him describing how she could bend over and touch the floor with her palms. That is not normal. This woman groomed this little boy. And Diddy doesn't even understand that your mama's a pedophile. She groomed him. And this is never me taking up for Diddy, because he deserves everything that he's getting, but so the fuck does his mother. This woman is the devil, and there's so many women like her. The mama on Precious that Monique played. There's so many mamas like this that control their children, force their children to do sexual things to them and to others, videotape it. You have to really watch the things that you say and do in front of your children. Because whether it's intentional or unintentional, you are programming their mindset. This woman is responsible, 100% responsible for the way Diddy is. His mindset, the way he thinks, the way he moves. It's disgusting. This woman is the motherfucking devil, and I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying.
Well, I guess we needed to hear it that way. Like, she was a little graphic. But I guess at this point, we need to be graphic. The only thing I kind of don't agree with is the the videotaping of others. That's an industry thing. We've seen it happen with, Epstein. We've seen it happen with other big leagues. So this video, the Israelis, they do it to trap people. So I don't think that is something Diddy came up with. I think that is something one of the big wigs in the industry taught him, because they like to watch snuff films. So I think it's come down to learning that from the part of filming. But she did pick on something that I picked up on, which was the reason why she hates Cassie. There's two things that's going on. There's so many things that's going on. Diddy is partially impotent. So I do believe that Schmex was programmed in him and has become an addiction. But I think somewhere in his soul, the energy that's truly inside of him, he was kind of turned off by sex. And yet he needed it. So has anybody ever had an addiction like smoking cigarettes? And you want to stop, but you can't? Oh, let's try something even better, eating addiction. How many people tell you stop eating, and you're like, I know, and then you even get mad at someone when they say it like too much, because it's like fuck you, don't tell me. But the point is, you can't stop. Like, you keep eating, right? And I'm using that one because that's something that almost everybody can relate to, unless you're anorexic. I feel like Diddy was impotent for the most part. I think when he was younger, he was virile. But I think as he got older and the more graphic the sexual parties became, one, I don't believe he could perform. And two, he got around it by having Cassie perform. And then he would just massage himself. That's a man that's impotent. And one of the girls that he flew in, she kind of said that. She was like, he couldn't get it in. And that's when he finally took offense, and he was like, they're trying to ruin my reputation. Nobody's trying to ruin your reputation. She said what she said. And the fact that so many of these parties required for Cassie to hire virile men, that's not a gay thing. That's Diddy's inability to perform. But if he's in a room naked, massaging himself, for some weird reason, he looks like a man in terms of like being able to perform and having the money to do all this and flying people in and blah, 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 blah. And Cassie going to the escort. just act like he's not here. Act like it's just the two of us. That's because he's impotent. Period. And that's what everybody's missing with these fucking freak offs. Now, do I believe that him and his mom watch these videos? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do I believe that's why she hated Cassie? Absolutely. Because in a mom's mind, she's like, you doing this with other men in front of my son? Like, she's crazy too, right? But she's more disgusted by Cassie being vulnerable enough to accept these conditions. Oh, Stacy, with a small p. Oh my God. Keisha is older, I believe. She's not younger. I believe she's an older sister. They say she wasn't the prostitute. She was the madam. She had a, yeah, okay. Let's clear something up. She never had a modeling agency. I might have a video here, John. She never had a modeling agency. That came out later to explain blah, 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 blah. What she would have is fashion shows and invite all these hustlers. And then these hustlers would choose women based upon the catwalk. And she was about to like get her feet in the fashion industry when one of the girls that walked the catwalk was underage, was assaulted. She was never charged. Devil's work. She was never charged, but it ended that fashion show modeling agency. Don't believe everything you read. There's more stuff coming out, and we have to like kind of like side eye it without believing. Like, is this the truth? Because then I swear to God, y'all are gonna come to find out every story we've ever heard was a lie. Every story. Oh my God. This might be the one where she explains about the industry.
Can we get a part 2 of Janice Combs? Absolutely.
Not this one. All right. Not this one. Remove from studio. If I don't find it, if I didn't put it up here, I'll send it to you, Charm.
Y'all, recently they have been saying on the streets of the internet that Mama Combs, Janice, has been involved in these FOs over the years. And now I personally don't want to believe that the mother that you would involve yourself in your son's deviancy, but you never know at this point. So this is Diddy's parents, this is Janice, and this is his father, Melvin. Now, Melvin was in the streets. He was a street runner, although he was never like no big time kingpin. Now, I told y'all, if you go over to Lipstick Alley and you type in any celebrity name, you're going to find some information on there, okay? Because Lipstick Alley is the oldest blog that we have on the streets of the internet. So this is about Melvin. It says, Melvin being a kingpin is all in Puff Daddy's fantasy. Melvin Combs was a hustler, but in no way was he on the same level as Nicky Barnes or Frank Lucas. Also, people in the know now suspect that Melvin was set up by the police to disrupt and take down some of the heroin trade in Harlem. That is why they arrested everybody with the exception of Melvin in the beginning. When they did arrest Melvin, they deliberately released him after a short period in order to raise suspicion amongst the other hustlers. The police thought Melvin would have no choice but to snitch and turn state evidence once it became clear that he was a marked man. Melvin unfortunately was killed by a rival hustler before he was able to snitch. The hustler killed Melvin not because of business or snitching, but because Melvin was sleeping with another hustler's woman. I had thought the woman's name was Carmen, but it could be Cassandra. Janice Combs and her children were never in harm's way. The reason why she left Harlem and moved to Mount Vernon was because she was the one who told the hustler where Melvin was going to be that night. She knew Melvin cheated, but she was scared that he was about to leave her for the other woman. She thought that the hustler was just going to beat Melvin up. She didn't know he was going to kill him. Once Melvin was killed, Janice became the other hustler's woman. But a few months later, he himself was killed in a drug deal gone wrong. So now, after losing 2 men to murder, Janice, left Harlem. Some because no other hustler wanted to take up with her. They called her the Black Widow. Anyway, she left that life behind. And they says, this is what I've been told by people who were deep into the game during the late 60s till the mid 70s. It says, then they're saying that is because he didn't get a chance to snitch. What you say about Janice not being a model, but organizing fashion shows. See, this is where people feel like, I guess where it might come from, that Janice is the one who taught her son about the FO. She was organizing fashion shows is true. However, the fashion shows were not real fashion shows, but was a way to hook up young, attractive women, mostly her friends, with hustlers. She got paid to put these shows together. She got shut down when an underage girl was SA'd by one of the hustlers at a fashion show. Janice was never charged, but it put a stop to her fashion career. So let's say Miss Janice was like a little madame back in the day. One thing about Mama Combs is she gonna rock the hell out of a blonde synthetic, okay? I don't know why over the years Diddy has never upgraded his mother's look or wig, but she loves a blonde synthetic, okay? But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's get to this very incriminating, suspicious, for sale video. Look at he about to show off her nails, her white nail polish. Manny and Petty. White nail. His favorite.
Mom's, I ain't gonna hate on my mom's. She's single. Me and my mom talked about one time doing a dating show, and she's so picky. She's so picky, they don't stand. But yeah, that'd be the funniest show in the world. It will be. I don't even want to get started if she was doing that. We're not doing that, cause yeah, my mom's single. Yeah, for real. Mom told me how to have a good time. Cause ain't sitting in the house playing, outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to shake.
And they on an IV drip, y'all. They're on an IV
My
drip
dog, you
in
know,
this
and
video.
live life. We out here moving and grooving. My mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby. That's right. Keep moving. Don't stop. She could touch the floor with her palms. You know? Flat. Oh. Pew, pew, pew.
So now, like I said, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if she was a participant. But in any event, I wouldn't put it past Janice Combs.
Now, I'm going to show you guys something. Let's take a look at this. I've got some pictures here. Image. Hi, Catherine. I got this picture here. This is an old picture of Janice, probably when he was born, late 60s, most likely, it looks like, with the afro. Look at her nose. Look at her nose. Do you think the lips kind of does look like Janice, though? It looks like the same lips. Let me get another picture. I don't know if this is the best picture, but let me get another picture here.
Recently,
Oh, wait. Image. Open. Do you think she got an operation to tighten that nose up? But the lips don't look quite the same, do they, guys? A little bit. You see the eyebrows. Now, eyebrows can change. Noses don't change. I'm just wondering if the blonde hair and light eyes was to throw people off. See, back in the day, you could change your identity because my grandfather did it. He got into some trouble, we believe, and was running from the cops in the deep south. Um, and then came east and changed his name to Brown. My name is really not Brown. He changed his name to Brown. And the president at the time was Roosevelt, so he called himself Roosevelt. So his name was Roosevelt Brown. From a runaway from North Carolina. Nobody questioned him. He wound up with a job at Con Edison, retired from Con Edison. Nobody ever questioned his real name. To this day, the genealogy shows that I have cousins. And so when they call me and they're like, I want to know, why am I attached to you? I'm like, if it doesn't show, it has to come from my grandfather's side, but my grandfather changed his name. So still trying to figure out that whole side of the family because that's just like a dead end. Anywho, back in the day, you could just do stuff like that, and nobody was the wiser. In fact, it was very common. Like immigrants used to come in with these long names, like Gutamachia, and they would like, your name's Jim Goody. You know what I mean? Like whole history gone. So I was thinking that too. L. Williams, I did look at that video of that woman that said she met her in in jail, she never really got eyes on her. So that's what bothers me a little bit. All right. Do I have more videos? Of course I have more videos. I don't know what this one is.
That Diddy's mother demanded that he lay down, then told Cassie, "Watch this, boo," as she engaged with Diddy. She says, Janice said this was the only way she ever got Diddy to shut up since he was younger, by covering his mouth.
With what? Her puna? Like, that's just kind of weird. Like, what is that? All right. I have no idea what that is. It's a half story.
His mother, Janice Combs, is still walking so fast at 84 that move exposed she might not be his real mother. Recently, Janice was spotted visiting Diddy alone with only a bodyguard, while his kids were off in Paris celebrating a graduation trip. At 84, she walked briskly, no support needed. But her light, graceful steps were nothing like Diddy's signature wide, swaggering walk. Even her looks have changed drastically over the years. It's no surprise people are starting to question, is Janice really Diddy's biological mom? Jaguar Wright once claimed Diddy's real mother was a sex worker who passed away, and Janice, her sister, stepped in to raise him. That rumor's been floating around Harlem for years, and Diddy's odd behavior with Janice just adds fuel to the fire. He doesn't treat her like a mom, more like a young girlfriend, always holding her hand, hugging her, even kissing her on the lips. If she's his real mom, that's kinda weird, right? And when Diddy's leading her around, she usually moves slowly and stiffly. But this time, she was walking like a pro, fast and steady. Diddy's ex-bodyguard even said she's under Diddy's control. He claimed he saw them lying on a couch together, getting IVs, and that Diddy once threatened her. Still, Janice keeps showing up at his court hearings, protecting him at every turn. It's got people asking, is she really just his mom or part of his PR team? Is Janice truly Diddy's biological mother?
Well, I'm trying to figure that out. I did pull the cards on it in one of the other videos. So I'm trying to figure that out for y'all. But, the answer's still not coming to me. It's still not. So let's lower the stage. Let's see if we can get some answers. But I'm not getting the answers. And there's a reason. If I'm not getting the answers, Spirit doesn't want me to know. Now, last time I did this, I believe I said it wasn't true. My spirit is questioning the validity of the first reading, but I'm kind of thinking if Spirit doesn't want me to know, then maybe that's for me and not against them. So I thought I would get my answer. And so I kept playing videos, hoping the spirit of the cards would come to me. There are certain times when I will do a reading and the cards show nothing. And I'm studying the cards for the client. It will show nothing, like blank. No connection. The cards aren't connecting. And then I'll look up at the client and then I have to decipher whether or not the client is okay. So I'll check with spirit and I'll be like, okay, I'm not seeing what she's asking about. Is the client crazy? And they will show me that the client is crazy. So then I have to be very, very careful as to how I treat this client, because they could be suicidal, they could be murderous, like, I don't know. So I just have to be very careful. And this has happened a lot over the years because people think they can call me and trick me. But if spirit doesn't answer the question, then that's for my safety. I'm not getting the question answered here. So I'm going to show you guys the card, and you tell me if you see anything that could make sense to you. Like maybe y'all can help me this time. Because I think what's happening is that there's so much demonic shit going on that maybe spirit is saying step away from the fray. Like, this is truly a frying pan. But I'll show you guys, and maybe you guys can help me, right? Let's lower the stage. So, the first thing I'm getting is the Six of Swords, right? Now, the Six of Swords is how she got to Mount Vernon. I get that. I'm going to assume that the King of Swords is the past, her husband. But there's a man crossing in front of her, but we've never heard or seen. Oh no, someone said that, oh, this might have been the second hustler, that he then was unalived. Okay, maybe it's making sense now. I get the Five of Cups here, and I get that she was completely broke. So if she had to go into the sex industry, oh fucking well, right? I'm getting a Knight of Swords. I feel like she might have been responsible for that woman that got couples together. Whether it wound up being twisted later is a whole nother thing. But she might have been responsible for getting some couples together. Like, I found my man through Janice Combs modeling agency, right? Although it wasn't a modeling agency, but I'm just saying. There was some self-sabotage here and a lot of conflict, but a lot of conflict on how to get money. Now, money was coming in, but it wasn't extravagant money. It wasn't, it was sustainable, not necessarily rolling in dough. I'm not getting that. I'm getting it was consistent and it helped pay the bills in that era. All right. What's Carlito saying? Yeah, I mean, she can sue. I hope she does sue because then we'll get more information out from Misha. Let her sue. Like, she got the money to sue. Don't pay these people any mind. They're all talking shit. Show me the documents. Let's pull it back down again. All right. So she made money, but it wasn't what we're made to believe, right? I'm getting a Nine of Cups. There was an offer from a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces man here. And that's where this kind of ends. I'm not wrapping this up. So here's the problem that I'm having with Janice teaching P. Diddy about sex. There were no emotional childhood issues coming out of his school. And we're going to need that. We're going to need some emotional childhood issues coming out of his school. And we never got that. Like, where's the teachers from his high school? Like, where are those interviews? Like, where are those teachers? Do you know what I mean? Like, I need more to say, oh, he was the worst kid ever. And he was problematic. And he used to say like stupid things. And we were like, what are you talking about? Right? We're not getting that. Could it be we're not getting that because they were all unalived? Maybe. Maybe. I can tell you just before the trial began, Biggie Small's mom passed away. I don't think that was an accident. I just don't. Um, I think she went by way of Kim Porter. I don't think it was an outright um, strike, but I think there was something that maybe was given to her because just prior to when he got arrested, she made a comment. She was like, that motherfucker. And boom, that bitch is dead. I don't mean to call her a bitch. I'm sorry, Biggie. Your mama wound up dying after she was like, what? And she had suspected things. They didn't want her to testify. Boom, she's taken out. That's another body on Diddy. So they're not answering the question. And I'm going to trust Spirit on this. But not because I'm scared, right? That's not it. I'm not scared. I just think that if something's none of my business, then Spirit's going to make sure. But let's see if I can get some answers. Spirit, you're not answering me. Is Janice Combs a fraudster? Is she fraud? Is she pretending to be P. Diddy's mom? There's a cover up. Something had to go. Is she pretending to be P. Diddy's mom? There's the death card. Is she pretending to be P. Diddy's mom? Did I bring my book here? I thought I brought it. I thought I brought it. All right, I'm not going to worry about it right now. I thought I brought it. What do you guys think? What's Janice Combs' sign? Is she a money sign? Maybe that will help me. Yep, she's an earth sign. December 21st. So she's either a Sagittarius when she was born or she was a Capricorn when she was born. December 21st, 1940. So I see her as the money woman. Like that doesn't surprise me because money was big to her. Um and she didn't have a lot of it. She just knew how to grab it, pay her bills, grab it again, pay her bills. And I see the hustle in her, right? I do see it. Was P. Diddy taken from his mother? Let's ask it a different way. Was P. Diddy taken from his mother? Coupling. Coupling. This is water sign man again. Thickness. See, the only problem that I'm having with the Janice Combs story being in prison is that's record keeping. So if she was in prison, when and for how long did she die there? Was she under a different name? And did we miss that? Because the lady prior kept saying Jean and then Janice. Like she kept saying Jean. I was like, why is she calling her Jean? Was P. Diddy P. Diddy's mama name was under a different name? I'm drawing a blank, guys, and you guys know spirit talks to me without question, but these cards aren't moving me. I'm also questioning the period where these freak offs were introduced to him. I don't believe they were introduced by Janice Combs. I believe that there were parties, right? I believe that. If you, I don't know if y'all have parents from back in the day, but I've got parents back in the day, and they they used to take us to these back road juke joints, I guess you want to call it, and late at night, it'd be like 8, 10 o'clock. A bunch of kids would be there. Darkest rooms ever, which is I think the reason why I'm so turned off. Like when a guy takes me to a restaurant and it's a dark restaurant, I'm like, why? Why are we going? Like, I'm uncomfortable. And I will cancel the date because I just have this stuff in my head. But I remember, not my parents, it would be my mom taking me, and a bunch of kids would be there, and we would just all play and think nothing of it. But the memory stays with me, which tells me a lot more things went on inside those juke joints. Juke joints. All right. My mom was married at the time, dead ass. And her and my aunties would go to these backwoods places. And this wasn't the deep south. This was in New York City. And party hard, music blaring, no cops ever, kids running around. And God knows what went on there. God knows. Because these two joints were dark with maybe some Christmas lights and drinking heavier drinks than y'all drink right now. Um, so I think he was privy to all of this. I don't think the freak off started until he got into with higher executives in the music industry. And between the higher executives, stuff that he already grew up with, back joint juke places, and one of the executives was like, if you want to blackmail people, film everything. And that's what I think really happened. I think I need more history. I need to know that he was a badass kid in school. Like, where were the teachers? Like, why do they conveniently leave that out? The other thing that they keep leaving out is the grandmas. All right, so his dad died. Where the fuck was the grandma? On both sides. See, and that sounds like the kid was stolen then. Because we just don't have history beyond P. Diddy and his mom and the sister. Now, I did see a whole documentary on his sister, and she's heavily in the entertainment industry, and she married a producer. But does she live a clean life? Absolutely. Something's not right here. I'm not getting enough information. And maybe P. Diddy, 50 Cents has more to tell. I need the backstory. I need, I need like Wicked. What happened before the house fell on the witch? I need his real history from birth. I don't want to hear about Mount Vernon and they moved up. Y'all don't know New York City. That's not necessarily moving up. I don't know why they always say that. It's not necessarily. It just depends on what block you live on. I mean, I came from the Bronx and we didn't see Mount Vernon as a better thing. In fact, I was told never to go to Mount Vernon. Like, you know how you play, like, do hooky parties? I was told don't go to Mount Vernon if there's a hooky party there. And now I see why. Because, there's a bad section up there. So I think everybody's just lying. Something's not right. I even think the boys that he grew up with is telling a tale. There's a true story that's just not being revealed. I feel like they're covering themselves up, which means they're covering P. Diddy up, but they're ratting on P. Diddy like the best friend and Burroughs. Like something is there, not enough is there. Tell me what public school he went to. I only heard that he went to Catholic school. Which one? Please go interview those teachers. Somebody's still got to be alive. Um, get the record. Something's not right, guys. And my cards aren't revealing right or wrong. So I'll pull a final outcome. But do you want me to try again? Do you want me to shuffle again and see if I could get something? I'm not trying to challenge spirit. It's not that they're telling me no, I can't. They're just saying we're not going to share it. Why would spirit do that? Maybe I should ask them, why aren't you telling me? Why aren't you telling me? Like, come on, spirit. Like, it's me. You know me. Spirit does not have a sense of humor. They're like, girl, you know who I am. Maybe another deck. All right. Let's see. Another deck. All right. I got the Hoodoo Tarot, which is very graphic. That deck is kind of scary. I got the Voyager. Voyager, the Voyager, you really just have to use your brain. But let me see. It's very graphic in a different type of way. It's very visual. The Voyager deck is very visual. Am I bothering you? All right. Now, one of my spirit, pretty much a mentor, she was. Can't remember her name anymore, but I just adored her. She used to use this deck, and how she could see in this deck, amazing. I don't know how. So, even though I don't remember your name, please assist me. Please assist me if you could. So, we need answers from the spirit world, and we're trying to find out, is Janice Combs P. Diddy's mom? That's what we're trying to find out. Is Janice Combs P. Diddy's mom? Please help me, mentor. Got her name all these years. Now I'm forgetting her name. All right, let's take a look. Dullness. Dullness. From what I'm getting here, if there was a sibling rivalry between Janice and a sister, the one that we know as Janice was the dull one. She wanted to be as vibrant as her sister. I'm not saying that there is yet. I'm just getting dullness as a part, like not bright enough, doesn't shine bright. Yep, illumination. Wanted to be her sister. Illumination. Women of Wands. Censor. Queen of Wands. That could be Janice if December 21st is either a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. Oppression. Not the best of childhoods, though. Not the best of childhood. She didn't have a good childhood. See, I need a backstory. She did not have a good childhood. I'm not getting that she was a prostitute, but I am getting sex was used to further and advance, probably in the uh, drug street industry. Something lost, but something still remains. So, yeah, there's a possibility that there was a loss through the father. But I'm getting that if the sister took over, which is Janice, and the mama was in jail, See, I think it would have been too much trouble to tell the school system I'm not the mom, right? And that's how that might have started. I'm also getting one of the things that I saw this woman said, I know Janice was in jail with me. Um, I'm wondering if Janice ever got out. Like, did she get, not Janice, P. Diddy's original mom, did she get a life sentence? And that's how she was able to pull off, this is my son. Where's the, even if what the woman said is right, there's got to be records, like public records. So I'm missing, the story's not being told well at all, and nobody's asking the right questions. Um, I get the Five of Wands setback. I don't think I feel like she left Harlem because the husband died. There's just stuff going on in my head. I'm wondering if P. Diddy's original mom was in jail before the husband died. I'm actually wondering if Janice slept with the husband while the mom was tucked away in prison somewhere. And the setback was him dying. Like, do we even have marriage papers on these two? You know how you hear people say, oh, I got married in 1983 or something. Like, there's no dates with these people. If it weren't for P. Diddy's friends, we wouldn't even have that. These people just kept erasing themselves. There's a cat here. See, oppression does mean jail. See the chains? That could be the mom. I think this woman, Janice, I came up with an agreement with his mom to say, this is how it has to be done to save your child. I'm just going to call him my son. And in the families, that was normal. We would have best friends that we would call auntie and didn't find out till we were 25, like they're not real aunties. And then they would threaten you, but you go ahead and just respect her and I'll beat the shit out of you. And you're like 25 and you're like, I'm just asking questions. I called her auntie all my life. Now you're telling me she's not a real auntie and y'all want me to act crazy. And then she became the master of her domain, of P. Diddy's mom's domain, taking all the history with her. and burning it, creating a whole new history. No ancestors, no ancestors to talk about, no one to prove yay or nay, this is true or untrue. I feel like she just fucked her whole family and left. Child of Cups. Confusion. Confusion. Final outcome, Man of Cups. Surfer. Let me see if I can get something out of Woman of Wands. Man of Wands. Sage, Woman of Wands. As a censor, which is Janet, you possess psychic powers, which you receive through the wands of perception, your antenna, your fingers, your hair, your skin, your neurons, your aura. Though the wand of the auric body, you pick up vibrations that give you mediumship and extraordinary sensory perception. Through the wand of exercising and tuning your physical body, which is where sex could come in, you are endowed with clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentient feeling. And through the complex wand of the internal nervous system, you assimilate great qualities of information quickly. Your psi and intuition allow you to see many masks, defenses, and disguises with an extremely discerning, intuitive, intelligent. Look for the obscure and hidden, the good and the bad. Far from tempering your razor sharp perception, offer your observations honesty. You are a transmitter. All right. All right, guys. Child of Cups is P. Diddy, right? Because, okay, it's kind of coming together a little bit, right? Because P. Diddy didn't go to Mount Vernon until he was about 7 or 8 or 9. So from his birth, when his dad died when he was young, maybe under 2. We have a 5-year span. She didn't just move up to Mount Vernon. Also, the woman said that P. Diddy's P. Diddy and friends used to come see his mom, but his mom was grown by then. I mean, P. Diddy would have been grown by then. Because people were like, P. Diddy's here, not like some kid is here. So, did not only this facade have to be made, this story be made, this confusion. Once she got out, how did they announce that this is his real mom when the other mom took over? So, where is she? Is she alive? Girl, I'm not answering nothing about no gaudy Italian stuff. I will not answer that. Nope. I think that's why they don't want me to look into this too quickly. Are they twins? I did see twins here. It's funny you should say that because I saw twins in children. Look at the 2 little blondes right there. And I did think, why are 2 twins showing up? Gotta look at the prison record. It's like when Diddy changing his name. What was the purpose? Can people are always switching up? No, Atia, I think that's part of the history, the changing of the names. Like that's something that keeps showing up. Just change your name. That's what I did. That's what I think happened. So I don't think it's related to black magic or anything. I think it's like change your name, change it legally, change your name, reinvent yourself. Because I think that's what Janice did. Reinvented herself and either took on her sister's name or changed her name. More people have to know something. More people. This is crazy. All right, guys. I don't know how much further I can go here. I'm giving bits and pieces. I'm not going to definitively say this, that, and the third. I'm going to say there are too many unanswered questions. I need, if that woman claims Janice was in with her, I need dates. Give me dates. That I didn't get. I also want to look at where's the grandmas in all of this. Two sets of grandmas, they just disappeared. Um, I do believe that there was a sexual thing going on with Janice prior. Janice, again, I don't know who I'm talking about. Janice, P. Diddy Combs' mother, the sisters. Um, and I think it was for survival's sake. I also think that Janice didn't shine bright like a diamond. I think P. Diddy's mom was everything. I think Janice couldn't um, hold a star to her, like couldn't hold a cup to her. I think that if she wound up in jail, probably Janice put her in there and then took her life and then was the star of the streets. That's all I'm getting. And I don't know what else to tell you. Hi, Simply V. Hi, sweetie. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I was getting that both his parents passed, but the only key to that is there's this woman in jail that said P. Diddy came. So now I'm wondering, did she get a life sentence? Or a sentence so long that when she finally came out, she had to hide off in someplace else? Because at this stage of the game, P. Diddy nor Janice was going to be ready to admit that there's a real mother out there. Remember, guys, he didn't find out the story about his father till he was much older. No one told him anything. He knew nothing. That's how far back these secrets go. Oh, that's exhausting. Oh, guys, this was exhausting. Oh, this was exhausting, but thank you for the suggestion of the cards. I did wind up using the Voyager Tarot because I needed to see it from a totally different perspective than what I'm used to. Thank you, guys. I'm just going to pull just a few more cards just to see what else I could get out of this. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Call me for your own personal reading. Now, you guys know I blow it out the water. Y'all do not have to suffer. I am here for you. Call me for your own personal readings. All right. Six of Wands is victory. High Priestess is secrecy. Four of Wands is secrecy in building a new home. And look, the Statue of Liberty is there. And the biggest secret about Statue of Liberty is hilarious. It was not given to New York. It was given for slaves because slaves was part of this uh, agreement to not enslave people anymore. And that's why we were given the Statue of Liberty. And the Statue of Liberty didn't even look the way it does now. And they were made to resculpt it. But the artist left the chains at the feet anyway. Statue of Liberty is not about immigration. It was about the slaves. So with that being said, that is part of my problem. Of the lies that are being told with Janice. Six of Wands is victory. Emperor's control. Regenerator. See, it's kind of trying to tell me something. And the universe. So I'm definitely getting that the Emperor is control, for money, for power, but not in a big scale like P. Diddy, because that's not what she was thinking. She was thinking about money, but she wasn't thinking power and money. She was thinking sustainability. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she didn't have the same attractiveness, I believe, as her sister did. Her sister was the magnet, right? She was not. So to Charm's point, if she wasn't a madam but had a modeling agency, it's because that's all she could do. Those that can't do teach, right? And I think that was her limitations, where she was like, I'll bring in the beautiful girls. I think, although I find Janice to be very pretty, I think that her sister might have been beautiful standing next to her. Um, and she wanted to commandeer her sister's essence and still failed at it. And still failed at it. Because I don't know about you, but when you're the shit and you're 80, you're still the shit. And you walk like it. Like, I don't know if y'all know sophistication, but if you're a certain way all your life and you get to be 80, that doesn't change because it's inbred in you. We watched her walk up and down that courtroom like a raggedy muffin, which again, it just goes back to tell me that if there were two sisters, the other one was fabulous, not the one that took over Combs. And I think he was regenerated, and the universe got the story that was packaged very nicely to tell a story. No, I'm not answering that question. I thought y'all had more questions. No, Diddy and his sister look nothing alike, but she does look like the mother. Thank you. We were the grandparents. All right, guys. Whew. I don't know if I'm answering all the questions, but if anybody picks up the bits and pieces that Spirit is putting down, because Spirit is not quite being as not evasive, intrusive as I would hope. So that tells me that this story is wicked. This story is wicked. This story is unraveling. It is not done. And it's wicked. Like it's dirty. Meaning all the moving parts. Who said that? Something about moving. Oh, this is the wrong deck. There's a lot of moving parts here. All right, guys, I did the best I can. What's your conclusion? While I talk to me in the comments. Tell me what you think the second deck was trying to tell me. Like, what's your opinion? And does 50 Cent have any of this information? Like, did he get anything where it goes so far back? Because something's in that film that P. Diddy's afraid of, that he thought he could delete later. She's a fraud. Okay, I got you. I'm not taking it from you. I got you. Call me for your own personal reading. Don't forget and subscribe to my channel. And I'm so honored that you guys will give me the patience to really look at this P. Diddy stuff. 213-458-7408. Oh, look at that. Upside down athlete. Misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends. False sense of invulnerability and entitlement. I guess they feel like they're entitled. Might get answers sooner or later date of this story. I need some bits and pieces from elsewhere. Like I wanted to, like it's okay that I don't know. Like spirit is a funny energy, and that's okay. But I'm wondering, like, who's gonna help me put these pieces together? What's a better question? M-1X. Well, P. Diddy said, 50 Cent said he's got so much more footage. Hold on. Ultimate expression, shadow manifests as misuse of strength, false sense of invulnerability, dirty play, lack of honor. This is about Janice now. That compels one to cheat. She might have stole that child. Um, 50 Cent posted this on somebody else's channel, and I'm about to lose my battery, but I think I have enough. Oh, did I send it to myself? I always do this. You guys know how much I think I'm saving something and then I don't.
Power on. Gather good speaker. Bluetooth pairing mode. Your Bluetooth device is connected.
From what 50 just came across in that secret little Diddy footage that he paid from the videographer that Diddy didn't pay.
Hold on, guys. I just want you to see who this is. Oh, wait, what's his name? I gotta put his name in. Oh, well, 50 Cent's put it in.
Videographer that Diddy didn't pay. They are saying 50 has footage that will not only add more time to Diddy's sentence, but Diddy might not ever come out. Listen up, check this out. Now y'all know that footage that where Diddy is behind the scenes talking to his lawyer and all of this stuff, and people like, "Damn, what was Diddy recording it?" Well, Diddy was recording it because he thought he was about to beat the case, so he wanted to do a Netflix documentary. Didn't pay the guy, and then 50 got off 140 hours of footage of secret Diddy tactics. Well, there's a guy named Neil who was mentioned in the court, works right up under Diddy, was organizing everything. Allegedly, they're saying that he is on tampering with witnesses, giving out addresses, or pay lawyers, all kind of shit that can be counted as witness tampering, obstruction of justice, and 50 of all people has his hands on this footage. And this could implicate Diddy's lawyers in some bullshit. They could be charged. This shit is getting wild. And I'm hearing that this 50 Cent documentary is just the fucking tip of the iceberg. And I like it. What 50 just came across.
All right, y'all. I'm probably gonna have to cut that out because of the music that he played, which is fine. I was just showing y'all that 50 Cent posted his post, and he says 50 Cent literally said, hold on, I'll tell. 50 Cent literally said he has 140 hours worth of video. 140 hours. That's crazy. I'll read it to you. Can you guys see me? $50 said, let me see if I could get it. Let me see if I can upload it. Sorry, guys, my battery died. That's all. 50 Cent says he does have 140 hours of footage. He says, I don't understand why he filmed himself, but I'm glad he filmed himself. The people supporting him were very quiet, very quiet when comes out. So 50 at 50 Sensation. This is on 50's page. Go watch it. It's like the second thing up on his page. 50 has more footage, guys. So he told Sherry that he was gonna create a YouTube channel, which I think he should. I think he absolutely should with what's left over, because Cat Williams' interview, like that Cat Williams interview, which was not on Cat Williams' channel, it was on the Goofy Guys channel, and that grew to like 10 million, the 3 hour video, and then they cut it up, and each cut up is in the 2 to 3, 4, 5 millions. So I think he should put it on YouTube. That's all I'm saying. He apparently has full ownership of these videos. So, all right, guys, love you. There is going to be a part 2, or maybe there's going to be a part 2 uploads, just constant uploads, because this is a never-ending story. So I would prefer it on YouTube. That way we can always get like uploads and updates without all the fanfare of studio. All right, guys, love you dearly. Gotta go. Call me for your own personal reading, 213-458-7408. I can't, let me see, banners. Call me right now. Love you guys. Oh, and all the horoscopes are out, and I just need to finish up Scorpio. But everything else is out. Bye, guys.